This session is designed for that SAP Datasphere. I will give you that the Datasphere introduction, how it looks, what exactly we do with the Datasphere, what exactly perform, like what are the tasks we can perform, what are the business problem you can solve, how it is becoming in the market, how it's becoming booming, right? Everything we'll know from the scratch. Okay. Meanwhile, first I just wanted to share my worksheet with you guys. Just let me know once you're able to see my screen. And then we'll start about the scope of Datasphere. We'll understand what exactly the Datasphere and all. Then we'll see that content, what the modules, what the things you will learn in this. Then we'll understand about training of approach and start with my introduction. I'm Naveen Kumar. I have more than 10 plus year of experience in the trainings. I'm giving different kind of training as well as I'm working for one of the organization as a solution architect. I'm designing and on the SAP module only. So if you know that the modules like SAP BW, HANA, SAP Native HANA, for HANA, Embedded Analytics, SAP on HANA, right? SAP SAC, Datasphere, these are all modules I'm handling. When I say the training, like these all modules, whichever I say, right, I am giving the training, different kind of training also I'm providing, like corporate trainings, the batch, like offline batches, online batches, right? It depends on that, like which type of training, and then we provide that. So more than I can say 3,000 students I already trained. And if I talk about my certification, I'm certified in the S/4HANA. I'm certified in SAP Datasphere, BDC, Business Data Cloud, SAP BTP, and SAP Analytics Cloud, and BW for HANA. Apart from that, few more modules like AWS, Azure, and Databricks. I'm already certified. I'm providing the training in that as well. So this is brief about myself. Considering you guys are already from the SAP, okay? So you know that you already work on the SAP BW and this is a on-premise, right? So what you do, if I will ask you, what you do from the source system you are connecting, right? Source system like Oracle, source system like ECC, S4HANA, Native HANA, right? You are connecting, you are applicating the data in the BW system, and then first you stage the data, and then you do your all the activities like cleansing, transformations, right? Maybe you are writing the logic, lookup, right? These are all things you are doing, but you stage the data first in the BW, right? And
Ye-
if I will ask you what kind of system you can connect, right? You will see that in the on-premise system, the system should be also the on-premise, right? If you are using any SharePoint, should be stored, right? But in any way, end of the day, you have to stage the data in your BW system, right? Physically stage the data. The data sphere is come into the picture when it's talking about first cloud. Okay, there's no need of any on-premise system. Just you can by the link, right? You just link. You can use that, and you can just perform start your working. Okay, like that. So you will see that here you can connect the data. You don't need not required to connect the system to stage the data. Directly you can connect live system. You can do that. Okay, means the data can be available in the source system, data can be available in any file, and data can be available in the any SharePoint, any external system, I'll say, as like if I can say SAP and non-SAP system both. Okay, like system like AWS, Azure, okay, system like Oracle, system like success factors, right? As for HANA, you have, right, ECC, even your BW system, right? That is also uh, you can connect. Okay, so as a source, and then over this, like in the data sphere, you can do your all the kind of development, all the kind of cleansing, all the kind of transformations, and then you can do your reporting over the data sphere in the Fury. As you know that now the data sphere directly supporting that SAC. That's the feature you will get it. So I wanted to show you on the system also. What are the systems? Like you will see that the number of systems, which I told you, right? I told you hardly few systems, right? But when I will show you the system, like the list is huge. I'm just sharing my data system is down. Some maintenance or their work is going on. So data sphere actually the system. But if you can see this SAC, right? Similar system it is there like that only. If I talk about what kind of system you will see, right? One example I'm just showing you how many systems you will see. Can you see there? Live system, you can connect BPC, BW, cloud application, data sphere, right? Data sphere can connect to other HANA, integrated business, IBP, right? S4 HANA or universal and webby document, right? Like the webby reports. the BPC, business by design, BW, cloud. These are the cloud system. Okay, first of. So these are the live system that you can directly connect, and also you can connect like OData, right? If you aware about it, SAP Universe, Google Drive, right? Google BigQuery, OData services, Qualtrics. If you come here, you can directly connect to that Amazon S3 box, Dropbox, right? Then if I can show you here three things, like suppose your data is coming from directly from portal, okay, like HTTP portal API and all. Then also you can connect, okay. You can easily able to use that. That these all are the system when you will work in a project, right? These all system you will able to connect. Means these are the source, okay. These all are the source. From here you will get the data. Okay, so that's why the BW data, when compared with the BW, data sphere is coming very, you can say, optimized. There's no required to stage the data, not required to the data to load first and then in your system, because you know that BW system, when you load the data, it takes time to first stage, then you start working on there. Here directly you can connect to the live system. You will not stage, just your configuration should be strong. Okay, connection should be strong, and then you will able to perform your activity. This is one of the biggest advantage you will see in a data sphere. If I can show you, unfortunately today I'm not able to see you exactly the data sphere, but it looks like a similar. So in this you will see that I told you, like not only these only systems, right? Sometimes you will see that the SharePoint, sometimes you will see that the your Word document, right? So you can import also. So you can do live connections and you can do your import also. BW, if I compare, right, your source is ADSO, right? The first layer is ADSO that stays the data, and then you create a one ADSO for to do your development or transformations and logic, right? Here the first object will be the tables, and in the tables you will store the data, whatever the data in your files, maybe that from where you wanted to import, right? So two kind of logic we will learn here. One is live and second is import data. Okay. Then once your source is connected, you will do your modeling. Okay. Then you will create your consumption layer. If I talking about yours, you are seeing in a BW system composite view. Again, here you will create a consumption layer, consume your all the analytical data, all the modeling data, and then you will do that. Then you will do the governance here, like security, right? If you wanted to, suppose you in the BW, if you wanted to secure your data, how you do that? You are doing PFCG, right? PFCG, or you are creating a role and then you are providing that access to that role, right? Here you will create a one object is data access control, DAC. So in the data DSC, you will create a role, you will authorize that, and you will create a users like how you wanted to authorize, right? That you can provide that. The biggest advantage is BW system only used by the consultant, right? The like developers or consultant or like whoever want to. But here the you know that here two things are there. One is it is also available for that consultant. It is also available for the business. So this is like there is a two kind of I told you, right? There's a data builder and you will see that business builder. So business also can access this, but whatever the object you will create, they can do your modeling over there if they want, and then they can create it. And then over there, they can use it. Any SSC dashboard they can create. You can create that in the business module. Suppose they just want a report on that, right? So your layer will be source system. Any system can be like ECC, S4 HANA, native HANA, BW, anything, right? And then your modeling you will do in a data sphere. You will do all kind of activity here, like if you know that lookup, right? Process chains you do that in the BW, right? Here again you will do that task chains. Okay, automate the data loads and all. Second thing is suppose you wanted to load the data from one system to another system, right? Suppose from the S4 you wanted to data in the data sphere. That also that there is a transformation logic or object are there that you will do. So there's a different kind of transformations you will understand. One is physically you wanted to load, and second you wanted to create a pipeline. So here one more thing you can perform is you can create your object, okay, table in the data sphere. You can load the data from the S4 HANA to your data sphere, and then you can create a pipeline, suppose from data sphere to AWS or Azure, right? That also you can perform. So you are working as a medium between source system and AWS system or external system, right? Which are not SAP, right? So you can directly push the data in AWS S3 bucket. And from there, they can do that modeling and whatever the actions they wanted to perform. These are the all scopes. Then actually more than that, like you can again perform your, as I told you, task, activity, security side, modeling side, all the kind of things you can perform here. You can create lookups and all. Everything you can do that. These all are the scope of the data sphere. Now let's move to that next part is I wanted to show you like what exactly the things you will learn. I'm considering everyone is from the SAP only, so we will not go for SAP introduction, but we'll understand about what is SAP data sphere. Okay. Then we will understand about positioning, right, with the other database cloud systems like not only BW, like embedded or other enterprise HANA and all. That also we'll see that. Then we'll turn about some key components, like which I told you, right? Connections, spaces, like data builder, business builder. I told you, right? We'll discuss about that. We'll understood about the architecture, how we are doing and all. Then we'll see that the licensing and the system landscape. We'll understand. We'll understand about how you can create hands-on. You will get it in the module 1. Module 2 will more discuss about that system configuration, where we'll get your system in your hand and then you can perform your activity by yourself. So some kind of technical part that you will get it. You will understand how to create a space also, yeah, user, role, security, everything. In the connections and data integration part, you will learn about the different kind of, I shown you, right? SAP and non-SAP. So what are the things you required to connect the system, right? So that you will understand here. So you will understand how what is the remote and replicated data access, right? Difference between that. Then you will see that what are the systems is supporting here, right? I told you, right? AWS, Azure, S4 HANA, HANA Cloud, or any external system. That you will understand. Then you will understand about data flow and remote table and replication flow. That different flow are there. What are the difference and how, where, when, or in which condition you will use. Then in the module 4, you will learn about data builder. Okay. As I told you, the first thing where you will learn and where you do your all your development, you will do in a data builder. Here you will learn about tables, views, dimensions, facts. You will learn about different views, right? Creating the different kind of views, SQL view, graphical view. You will learn about different kind of joins, projections, unions, calculated columns, right? You will learn about some more concept here. Maybe for one of that real-time case, you will also get that. Then in the module 5, you will learn about the business builder. Okay. So in the business builder, you will understand again, you will understand about how business will use these modules of data sphere, dimension, facts, measures, and they will also, you will also understand what is the relationship, okay, with this. Then in the module 6, you will learn about data flows and transformations. Both are the very important topic, very important part, which is really needed. So you will understand different kind of data flows that you will learn here and the transformations. Module 7, you will learn about data governance and catalog, okay? Like how it is you are doing that, how classification, how the business catalog glossary, everything you will learn. Then you will understand here one of that dashboard we will create. So we will integrate DataSphere with the SSE, okay? And you will see that we will connect SSE, right? And you will see that we'll create a DataSphere, we'll create a SSE dashboard over the DataSphere model, okay? Then we might create some story, we'll create some live or import connections that will do that. In module 9, some advanced features you will understand, how you will do and what kind of federation scenarios that you will learn here. Module 10, you will learn about administration and monitoring. Here you will understand about how you will performance monitoring, like how it is used and all. So transporting the objects, how you will do that now in the BW, you do that SC01, SC09, right? The BW on HANA, when you say that. When you TR, right, if you know that specific word, transport request, right? How you will do here, that you will understand. Then in the module 11, it's talking about the real-time project. We will take some examples, well, we will take some scenarios and we'll create that, we'll create and we'll use that and we'll load the data. And so these are all things we will do here, like we will create that. So this is all about the 11 modules for you will get that end-to-end things, maybe some real-time scenario also you will get that here. And like I hope you know that ACDoc, MatDoc, right? VBAK, VBRP, VBAP, right? These are all tables, right? Mara, these are all tables we are going to use and we are going to take that example and we are going to help you. Not only this, more than that, SAP tables or non-SAP tables that we are going to use that. So this is all about that module content that you are going to learn. Total hours, if I talk about, this is somewhere 35 hours course, okay? See, sometimes it is becoming 40 hours course, but 35 hours is sufficient when the numbers are less. Okay. Normally, the two kind of trainings we providing. One is weekday, and second is weekends. It's are big, right? Concepts are very